Greetings, dear viewers, greetings from my channel. I hope you're having a great day. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the video. Jonathan Scott talks about his near blood with Zooey Deschanel. Real estate actress Zooey Deschanel and brother Jonathan Scott are getting married, but it turns out that their romance nearly ended before it really got starting. In a recent video posted to his and his twin brother Drew Scott's Instagram page, the HGTV star admits that their relationship almost ended at the first sign of trouble due to a lack of cell phone access. Jonathan tells Drew and their parents, Jim and Joanne Scott, in the film, "I hit it off with Zooey right away after we met because we had done carpool karaoke, so we started talking every day. She believed I had abandoned her after I spent 3 days in the mountains." Jonathan adds, "So she's thinking this jerk, he's not returning my messages and everything," while his family laughs. "But she had told me about this Canadian folk song that she really loved," Jonathan says. "I therefore recorded a self-portrait while riding a horse over the Rocky Mountains. And I texted her that video as my first message as soon as I got down to a place with cell service." Joanne, Jonathan's mother, asks him, "What was the song in the video?" According to Jonathan, "Dad used to play 4 Strong Winds all the time." Ian Tyson wrote the song, according to Joanna Scott, who also describes him as one of the ranchers that was close by us, and actually he was a client of mine at work. At that point, Jonathan and their parents join in on the song 4 Strong Winds That Blow Lonely, which is sung by twin brother Drew Scott. Perhaps that 4 Strong Winds video is what won Zooey Deschanel over. "What do you all think?" the Property Brothers write in the post's caption. Drew Scott and Jonathan embrace nostalgia and include your fans. The Instagram video is only a portion of a longer YouTube video that the brothers shared with their parents discussing their upbringing on a ranch. On their website, the Property Brothers have also included a number of old photos. The day the twins were born marks the beginning of these sentimental photos. Additionally, they transport their admirers from their early years to the present. Jonathan and Zooey overcame the misunderstanding about ghosting. It appears that Jonathan and Zooey's love video came to their rescue. Couple recently marked 6 years of dating. In fact, Jonathan Scott celebrated the couple's 6th meet-iversary on August 4th by sharing a video on Instagram. Jonathan Scott informs the camera in the video that the two first met on August 4th, 2019. Together with Emily Deschanel, Zooey's sister, and Jonathan's twin brother Drew, they were recording an episode of Carpool Karaoke. "The 4 of us had a great time. We clicked immediately." In the video upload, the Property Brother states, "Zooey and I clicked immediately. I really enjoy celebrating this day. It's our meet-iversary. I know that sounds strange, but what is a meet-iversary?" "Of course, why not?" he chuckles. Jonathan recalls, "We hit it off so fast and have had so much fun." Jonathan continues by sharing with his followers the ways in which that fatal day altered his life. "We got engaged on top of Edinburgh Castle a few years ago, but I never in a million years would have imagined that I would be in this relationship," he adds. "However, those are the paths life takes you. And my favorite thing in the world, and the reason I'm so thrilled, is being a bonus dad. I want to ensure that these guys receive every chance they are entitled to. We literally make each other laugh non-stop," he said to People in 2020. "I have never been in a relationship with someone who is as romantic as I am, if not more so. Usually it's me who bears the romantic burden. She is smarter than me, she is funnier than me, and she is cuter than me," he continued. "She is really considerate, which is exactly what I'm searching for. I had previously stated that having a sense of humor was the most essential thing to me. But she is unquestionably kind, and you must be." Jonathan Scott and his fiancée Zooey Deschanel's wedding will be broadcast on television. The marriage of Drew Scott and Linda Fan in May 2018. Drew Scott and Linda Fan were married in Italy, and their nuptials were shown on the TLC program Property Brothers. Drew and Linda say "I do" when asked if his wedding to fiancée Zooey Deschanel would be shown on television like his brothers. Jonathan Scott responded with 3 words. After 4 years of dating, Jonathan and Deschanel became engaged in August 2023. Despite being identical twins, Jonathan Scott and Drew Scott's weddings will not resemble one another. Is it better to leave your children a gift or a trust? We continue to float on clouds. At the time, the pair exclusively told people, "Today couldn't have been more magical." It was unbelievable to be surrounded by so many loved ones in such a stunning location. We are quite fortunate. What more could we want than friends, family, delicious cuisine, clear skies, and a deeper love than ever before? In June 2018, the couple's buttercream frosting cake was again highlighted on a Food Network Cake Hunters episode. 4 tastes were used in the creation of the dessert: organic red velvet, chocolate hazelnut, carrot, and vanilla with goat cheese and strawberry balsamic. 4 years after they first began dating in 2019 while recording an episode of James Corden's Carpool Karaoke, Jonathan and Deschanel got engaged in August 2023 while on a family vacation in Scotland. In September 2019, the couple was first seen holding hands on a dinner date. Later that same month, they attended a Dancing with the Stars taping and planted a kiss on each other while seated in the front row, confirming their relationship. In November 2019, they debuted on the red carpet. Few wedding-related details have been disclosed by the couple. Jonathan claimed that he and Deschanel have been so busy that they literally haven't had time to just stop and think about getting married in an August 2024 interview with Access Hollywood. He went on to say that they are aware of their want to keep it intimate. Jonathan concurred when Drew, who also participated in the interview, made a joke about crying at the wedding, stating, "It's going to be a mess." Go to people to read the original article. In an exclusive interview, Jonathan Scott discusses if he and Zooey Deschanel would move from Los Angeles to the country. Couple, who became engaged in August 2023, now reside in the house they renovated for 2 years in Los Angeles. Regarding whether he and his fiancée Zooey Deschanel would move out of Los Angeles to live a life more like his boyhood, Jonathan Scott talked candidly with People. Growing up on a 160-acre ranch in the Canadian Rockies, Scott has been missing the country life since he started his new HGTV show Chasing the West. After 2 years of renovation, he and Deschanel now reside in an LA home with her 2 kids. Because of his new HGTV show, Jonathan Scott may be dreaming of moving to the country, but he must first win over his fiancée, Zooey Deschanel. Jonathan, 47, said to People that filming his new series Chasing the West, which also features his twin brother Drew, was a sentimental experience for him and even inspired him to go back to his ranching roots. He claims that he would absolutely be willing to leave Los Angeles and find a place with a lot more acreage, akin to the 160-acre ranch he grew up on, because working on the project made him crave living in the country so much. He claims that the main issue is that his fiancée might not be able to handle the amount of work involved in managing a ranch. Jonathan mentions the new girl Alum's love of horseback riding, but says that even though Deschanel would adore being surrounded by wide space, the amount of dirty work she would have to perform would prevent her from appreciating ranch life to the fullest. She rides a horse. She was a jumper, he says. She therefore enjoys having space and horses. She definitely enjoys having the space and room to run, but I don't think she's so into the dirty work of the ranch, he adds. Couple may find it tough to part with their ideal home in Los Angeles, which they have spent years remodeling, even though Jonathan is prepared to rough it out and leave the city behind. When Jonathan and Deschanel bought the property in 2020, they started working right once to make it a haven for their blended family. For the 1938 build, the actress played the part of interior designer while the skilled builder concentrated on construction, making them the ideal team. In the June 2022 issue of the Brothers magazine, Draw Plus Jonathan Reveal, they revealed the finished renovation over 2 years later. Since then, they have showcased their home's unique and vibrant design elements on social media. The gorgeous house has an outdoor fireplace, a solarium, and a multi-purpose office area that serves as Deschanel's wardrobe, music studio, glam room, and creative area. Additionally, it has a big staircase, beautiful tiles, and vivid wallpaper. Jonathan proposed in August 2023, over a year after they had unveiled their house, while the couple was on vacation in Scotland with Deschanel's 2 kids, son Charlie, age 8, and daughter Elsie, age 10. 4 years had passed since the celebrity IOU host and ELF actress first connected in August 2019 while filming a Carpool Karaoke episode with Drew and Zoe's sister Emily. A month later, the couple was seen holding hands, and in October of the same year, they made their Instagram debut. Jonathan told People how significant working on Chasing the West was for him, even though the pair may not be ready to leave their city life. The show follows the twins as they assist families that want to move from the fast-paced city to the more leisurely country. With every buyer, they liked looking at several properties in Texas, Arizona, and California, but it was also bittersweet. Regarding the new series, Jonathan told People, "It was kind of bittersweet because we could share what we loved about growing up on a ranch with all of these families. Conversely, I do miss it. The mountains were a lot of fun." Jonathan Scott talks about his dream bold move with his fiancée Deschanel. Zooey. A-list celebrities have called Los Angeles home for decades because it is, in many ways, the beating heart of the entertainment business. One HGTV personality, nevertheless, is thinking about emigrating from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. Filming his series Chasing the West has sparked a yearning to leave the city for a more tranquil life in the country, as Jonathan Scott told People. The sole possible problem? Get Zooey Deschanel, the fiancée, to consent to such a move. According to Scott, he wasn't sure if she would be able to handle the strenuous work of helping to manage a ranch or other large property in the country. Her love of horses, though, might be a useful negotiating point. He revealed that she is an equestrian. She was a jumper. She therefore enjoys having room and horses. Got Jonathan growing up on a ranch, Scott is quite accustomed to ranch life, while Deschanel may find it difficult to accept. According to People, he and his twin/co-star Drew grew raised on a 160-acre Canadian ranch. He told Parade Home and Garden that his early years were much more focused on being outside than on engaging in more traditional pastimes. He remarked, "Because we grew up on a ranch, it was never just, oh, come over to our house and play video games when we were just hanging out with pals." As evidenced by the numerous throwback pictures they have shared over the years, Jonathan and his brother are obviously proud of their ranch-bound upbringing. When the two were young boys, Drew posted a cute picture of them riding a horse together on Instagram in 2018. The star of The Property Brothers calls for a stunning renovation for the time being. Although the vistas in the country are genuinely beautiful, Scott and Deschanel have created equally stunning homes in Los Angeles. Two spent a number of years transforming their dream home after purchasing it in 2020. Pair was not afraid to flaunt the completed project, as People reported in 2023, sharing numerous images of its exquisite areas and well-considered details on social media. Pantry, which Scott proudly displayed in a 2022 reel, is one of the couple's numerous Instagram-worthy areas. Everything they require is easily available and labeled in the well-kept pantry. Deschanel has lots of multipurpose office space in the house, along with a majestic staircase that is sure to make anyone salivate.